Aisling Duval wedding cancelled. Federal news channels have announced that the wedding of Princess Aisling Duval and Ambassador Jordan Rochester has been cancelled. The statement came from Congress member Isolde Rochester. The planned wedding between my son Jordan Rochester and Her Imperial Highness will no longer take place. We have contacted everyone involved with the event and closed down all related projects. The announcement follows anti-slavery campaigner Yoel Torrido's confession that he and Aisling Duval were romantically involved for several months. Torrido also claimed that the planned marriage was purely a political matter. The cancellation was confirmed by the Imperial Palace on Emerald, but there has been no direct response from Princess Duval or Ambassador Rochester. Political journalist Cassia Carvalho of the Imperial Herald commented, "The fact that this news comes from Isolde Rochester gives weight to Yoel Torrido's claims. If the marriage was a political scheme, that may explain why the Rochester family matriarch is the one to call it off, no longer trusting Princess Duval to play her part. Or perhaps this is simply the reaction of a mother, enraged at her future daughter-in-law's infidelity. Had the marriage taken place, would it have initiated an era of federal imperial cooperation, or triggered a new wave of conflict? It seems we will never know." Week in Review. Here are this week's major stories. Campaigner Yoel Torrido has disclosed that he and Princess Aisling Duval have been conducting a secret romantic relationship, despite her betrothal to Federal Ambassador Jordan Rochester. Torrido claims that the princess accepted Rochester's proposal only as a means to advance her political plans. Princess Duval has refuted Torrido's statement. Dr. Alfred Ulyanov, a leading exotheologian and an authority on the Far God cult, has been apprehended as a suspected Thargoid sympathizer. The Federal Intelligence Agency said that Dr. Ulyanov's involvement with the Far God cult made him a valid person of interest. Meanwhile, the Federal Times has highlighted two new personal computer designs currently in development, the Torque from Supertech, and the DuraDrive from Herculean Machines. Both companies plan to reveal prototypes of their designs at a technology expo in October. A mining robot that went out of control in the Beta Hydri system has been located and disabled. MacArthur Mining Limited, which manufactures the robot, said that an inspection of the robot's remains confirmed suspicions that it had been placed in the incorrect standby mode, verifying that the malfunction was the result of human error. In other news, billionaire Zachary Rackham has been confirmed as the winner of a lottery prize of 1 billion credits. Rackham was quick to announce that he would donate his winnings to charity, although the Federal Times pointed out that the win coincided with a bill for unpaid taxes recently submitted to Rackham's company. Finally, a spokesperson for Regis Research has announced that its rescue operation in the Pleiades has been enthusiastically assisted by the galactic community. Hundreds of pilots supported the operation by delivering stranded survivors and commodities to Don Arzok. And those are the main stories this week. Pleiades.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Mr. Moo here in the cockpit, here in Elite Dangerous, here in, oh, where the hell am I? The Luwanja system. That's where I'm at. Oh, it's good to be back. Throat's still a little, from all the smoke, but recovering. Had a hell of a good show yesterday, if only for a little less than an hour. It was testing out some VR work. I think we may be doing more VR streams in the future. But first, shout-outs, some late shout-outs here to IRL7626, Relica, Hazamail, Lanra, Nathor, D2, JSP. Thank you all so much for following along with, let's see here, Swift Like a Moa. I like that. Swift Like a Moa. Nice. Also, shout-outs from last night to, again, Unjust Forsetti, Terlock, and Budman. Thank you all for the resubs. Greatly appreciated. Oh my god, who all we got here? We've got Jumpy Humpy Spider, the Bibliophilus, Marino Twine, Lashios King, Dark Rune, Northema. Let's see here, Commander Varad, Nacer, Sanson. Jumpy, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Much appreciated. Let's see here, Sniper Man.
Oh, it's you.
And also Truex, thank you so much for the host. I just swapped those around in my head and didn't even catch it. Right. Truex is here. Ghost Tracker is here. Holy damn, we've got a full house already. Let's see here. The Uber, Vox, Nice Dude, Heretics Haven, and let's see here. Saturnine, Carranza, and Wraithen. There we go. Yes, my stream title. I have changed it. Stream title is now no longer late night testing. So it's accurate. It is accurate.
I've got morons on my team.
Oh, we got morons everywhere. Have you seen my general chat on the Discord lately? Crazy people. So, let's look at Galnet. Holy crap. So I was covered some of that was covered and played back in the pre-show, but some interesting things, huh? Only 3 levels. I gotta step up my game. So, Aisling Duval no longer getting married, and Imperial Intelligence is probably buying scotch by the quart just to drown their sorrows, because look at what they had. Aisling Duval was going to marry a federal ambassador who had access to governmental policy as well as being an heir to Core Dynamics, so he probably had access to all the specs on the battle cruisers, the federal battle cruisers. And she has access to mind control, or at least ways to make people a whole lot more pliable, and she let it slip through her fingers. Oh god, Imperial Intelligence is probably just like, I don't even care anymore. Give me another drink. Oh, let's see here. Warning to traders near Jameson and Open. 2-player Cobras circling the area like sharks in the past few days. Security distracted them. Alright, thanks for the heads up there. So yeah. So yeah, what are we gonna do today? Well, I think we're gonna keep going on, trying to track down some of the... Oh, Ferox, hello, long time no see. I think we're gonna track down some more of the Generation ships. Also, I need to go see Liz Ryder about a, thing. Yes, a thing. Maybe some security breaches?
Maximum velocity.
It wasn't security that got breached. But, oh yeah, also, let's see here, some other things.
Engaging exit probe.
So, it's mentioning 2 computers. What about that lost nuke Malik mentioned? Was it lost, or is it still just, quote-unquote, being, you know, in storage? But no, the other thing is the 2 computers. Now, that's interesting because it's possible one theory going on about those two computer prototypes being unveiled in October. Some people are suggesting that could trace back to Space Legs. One is for a 2D interface, one is for a VR interface. If that's true, that's going to be very interesting. But no, new sounds have been put in down below. Down at the bottom of the sounds list are the latest ones.
Interesting. I'm gonna go pay him, what do you call it? A visit?
Leading
That's
system.
it. I'm gonna go pay him a beating.
Hyperspace velocity reached.
Hey, best
Confirming
buddy.
exit
Oh,
point
it's you.
telemetry. Stand by.
And Bilbo Teabaggins, thank you so much for the Prime resub there. 5 months. Ah, damn, it's like I actually have fans. Better join the VR crew? You know, that might not be a bad idea, but no, I really enjoyed running VR last night, and you can catch that on the VOD right now, or later tonight I'm going to throw that up on the YouTubes. But no, I was having a lot of fun flying in VR last night. It feels like Flight Assist Off is just so much more intuitive and natural in VR. Ray, another fan. Woohoo!
Interstellar velocity.
And then I just glance over at my Discord and I see what everybody is driving in Vanguardia.
Scanning
What
for
in the...
anomalies. None detected.
What have I fallen into? What time did you stream last night? I streamed it around... Oh, boy. It would have been around 20:30? No. Well, it was around 21:30 my time. I don't know what that was in game time. I wasn't even looking. That star is very yellow. Here we go. Demolition Unlimited. Just the place I need to go. Do you think something big will kick off in the bubble while lots of people are in the Cone Nebula? Possible. I like to hedge my bets. That's why I'm taking an alt out to the Cone Nebula. We're going to have a ship. Sanson's going to be co-captain. It's going to be a good old time. Most of it's engineered already. But no, Marino, I think that, I mean, if stuff gets found in the Cone Nebula, like, say, Guardian materials or Guardian ship blueprints or whatever, you aren't going to be able to do anything with them until you get back from the Cone Nebula. Wait, a Type 10 tried to interdict you? That's adorbs. Thargoid homeworld confirmed? I'm not sure about that. Apparently the Gnosis is going to the Formidine Rift after that. Well, have fun with that, guys. Repairman Patch, hi from... Pimi Patung, defending the place from Thargoids. Oh, excellent. Commander Evazan, co-captain like Rodimus and Megs, you got it. I'm not sure who's who. The Alliance knows where their homeworld is, I think. Possibly. Raxla. Raxla is an old spacer's tale. That, yeah, Raxla exists in the same way. I mean, you're gonna go up to Braben someday and go, but you said Raxla exists. And he's going to say, yes, it exists in the smile of a child. It exists in all of our hearts. And, you know, some other pseudo-philosophical, wise-sounding BS like that. Yeah, Eagle Eye is down, but there are still ways to figure out the targets. I killed over 200 Thargoid scouts in Pema Patung. Then they get the message. Apparently they're a little hard of hearing. Did you try the universal greeting? It exists in the lifeblood, escaping his body as I strangle him for pseudo-lying. But no, I have... You know, people, longtime watchers, you've known, I've just never known what to do with Packhound missiles. It vexes me. A photon torpedo, that's the universal greeting if you don't like somebody. That is a greeting. That's universal sign language is what that is. Communicating, keeping up foreign relations and all that. That's right, Ba Weep Grana Weep Ninibong. That's the universal greeting. A pint? Depends on whether or not they're allergic to alcohol. I think it might have been, God, what was it, Space Above and Beyond? Where... I forget what story it was, but there was a series where an interstellar war got triggered because we found an alien and we offered it water. It was injured. We offered it water to comfort it, and it killed it. Their aliens were deathly allergic to water, and so from their perspective, we were force-feeding them poison. And the Eric G, hello! Hope everybody's had a good time. I realize I've been away a while, but I mean, the sky is still yellow right now. It is nasty out here. But no, longtime viewers will know that I've had a healthy pint of turpentine. Yeah, because of the wildfires, Ferox. All the smoke blowing down from Vancouver. Legacy mod. Yeah, let's fix this right now. But no, longtime viewers will know I have tried to figure out what in the hell to do. What to do with these, Packhound missiles. I think I finally figured it out. So we're gonna up the capacity a wee bit. Ammo maximum is damn near there. This is what you do with a Packhound. Drag missiles. Packhounds are very good at not being shot down. You can't... Saturation fire with point defense systems only does so much against a Packhound missile rack. This is what you do. That's cruelty. That's cleverness. Let's see here. Anybody know where I can find Imperial shielding and proprietary composites? Get my grade 5 shielded FSD. Imperial shielding would probably be assassination missions in Imperial space, because then you could shoot down, say, Imperial clippers and cutters. High resource USS. Yeah, okay, that too. Yep. So yeah, that takes care of what I was going to do with Packhounds. I finally got a solution on those. Perfect. Because point defense can't shoot them all down. Now then, that taken care of, where were we on our list of generation ships? Let's see here, 70,000 launched. We went to the Thetis. We went to Odysseus. Yeah, Thetis was the horrible ghost story. Pleione became... Okay. Does anyone know how to get to generation ship Pleione? Because the only directions I'm seeing here are to go to Hes-Ur 5 and then travel towards 210 for 8,000 light seconds. We'll give that a shot, but... Let's see here.
This message is irrelevant!
Uber, thank you so much for the bit. At Alicor's, hello friend, hey guys. And Alicor's, hello. Sorry, I didn't catch you there earlier. And yeah, we are what, 5 days away from the update? Holy crap. I forget if we checked out generation ship Phobos. Let's have a look. We have not gotten to Phobos yet. Don't think so anyway. We did go to Atlas.
This message is irrelevant!
And Uber, thank you so much for the 5 bits. Watch out for me on the generation ships. I'm hunting rabbits. Also cows. Gear up.
Landing gear up.
Released. Departure authorized.
Wabbits. That's alright. The name like Phobos, what could possibly go wrong? You got a few hours? It's only unsafe if you're a cow from Iowa. Moo. Alright, let's get clear here. Clear the gravity well, and then we can make the jump. Also, I think I'm going to do some modification on the Taurus. Nothing major, just switching out the plasma cannon. Late night stream last night, huh? Yeah, I was just testing a little bit. When is Blast Off Day? September 6th? Yes, that's when
Confirming exit point telemetry.
the Gnosis
Stand by.
launches for the Cone Nebula. Still can't get over the strange sensation of hearing John Delancey come out of your cockpit. I could change it to Brian Blessed if you really want.
Plot twist!
And boy, Sora, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Pull up a seat. So yeah, September 6th is when the Gnosis launches for Cone Nebula, but August 28th is when the update launches. So this is going to be all kinds of interesting. Where do I need to go if I want to join? Let's see here. I got this in Exploration Archaeology. It's got to be in here somewhere. Last Thursday. I did have a link to a picture showing when they launched. Here we go. September 2018. Right now they are in... what is today? 22nd? Yeah. So right now they are in 64 Orionis, I believe. Let me just get a copy here of the, Here's the itinerary for the Gnosis. Oh, energy. How about Brent Spiner? Why was that blocked? What in the hell? Yeah, Eric G. I don't have Vega yet. Canon Science does have the flight plan, yes. And sorry about that, Eric G. That, okay, the link, I don't know. Sometimes Nightbot goes a little... Nightbot is either very, very lenient with the links, or very draconian with the links. There you go, Alicors. Yeah, Nightbot can be weird sometimes. But yeah, to get back 3 conversations ago, I was
Scanning
on last
for
night
anomalies.
testing
None
VR.
detected.
You know, whether or not I could stream in VR. Turns out I can with a minimum of difficulty. Just got to figure out where to put my chat so I can see it while in the headset. And work on some opacity settings and other things like that. Is the Bifrost named for the planet Bifrost or the system Bifrost? It's named for the bridge Bifrost. And Truex, yeah, I'm running a Vive.
Frame shift.
That way,
now
if I
engaged.
decide to update, I've already got the lighthouses in place. And theoretically, Meow could
Key
use my
systems
old
are
headset if she
optimal
wanted.
levels.
OVR Twitch chat? Okay, I was running Overdrop with the chat bot. Only downside is it uses power. Oh, kind of like polarized hull armor in, say, Enterprise or something. Ghost, yeah, I'm assuming something like polarized hull plating in Enterprise. Okay, so we want to go towards Hez-Ur 5. System map.
System map.
Over Twitch chat uses much less GPU. Alright, I will give that a look. Figures, I just got Overdrop all configured, I think. Ah, well, never ends, does it? Okay, and we are looking for, once we get there, fly towards 210 for 8,000 light seconds. Yep, made by the same people. Well, I assumed that. Excuse me. It's still pretty bad out here air-wise. Yesterday, Lake Forest Park had... The air quality around here was listed as very unhealthy. Lake Forest Park actually hit the hazardous level. Yeah, Overdrop has its uses, Blaze, but for streaming, I think I'm going to go for the lighter weight one. Yeah, hazardous level air quality. There were people sucking on the tailpipe of a bus because that was cleaner air. Alright, 8,000 light seconds, roughly. We'll see. Could you age whiskey just by airing it? Now you can turn wine into vinegar. Oh, it was bad. I mean, you could look up at the sun at like 5 in the afternoon, and you could look directly at it. Well, you know, don't like stare at it or something, but no, it was just a dark, it was a dull red. I've seen Class L dwarf stars that were brighter. By the way, Mr. Moo does not recommend staring at the sun. He was just using that as something of a semi-hyperbolic. There you go. Just because of that. OMG, wee wee, hello. Don't mind Uber, he's just Uber. The sun is a bright thing, it's true. A massive incandescent gas. A giant thermonuclear furnace.
Oh, snap! The monster I sent you to kill is actually a monster truck! Puns, motherfucker!
Okay, yes, actually, it's plasma. You are technically correct, which is, of course, the best kind of correct. Yeah, the planet has shifted. The planet has shifted in its orbit, and the old directions are no longer applicable. So, how are we going to find the Pleione?
This message is irrelevant!
And also, Carranza, thank you so much for the 7 bits. Does anybody know proper directions to finding this? Because last year's directions, based on the orbital path, is obviously not a good way to do it. Trying to get... Let's see here. Yeah, so this was found last May, and the directions for that are horribly out of date now. Use Planet 3. Go to the farthest planet and circle the system in its orbit. Unfortunately, there is no good way to do that, really, Aaron Duran. Use Planet 3, alright. System map.
System map.
Alright, well, I gotta get back to the system. Gotta get back towards the inner solar system anyway. But no, there's no good way to really... There's no good way to describe that orbit, unfortunately. Parallax and all. Excuse me. God, I'm gonna have the black lung before we're done. This air is supposed to persist for one more day and then hopefully, knock on wood, knock on something, that it's hopefully supposed to disappear by Thursday. Yes, orbit lines are on. Hopefully rain, yeah. Yesterday, I went out and I had to run some quick errands and fill the car up with gas, and there was a layer of ash on the car. And listening to the locals talk and seeing the records, they haven't talked about, the people have said they haven't seen air like this since Mount St. Helens blew, and that was in 1980. Let's see here, merino twine. Bibliophilus, only on stream audios. I'm out in the middle of nowhere working. No, it's fine. It's, yeah, but tracing the orbit like that, very inexact, unfortunately. And we're gonna overshoot. Let's drop it down a little bit. Oh, look at this. Ghost Tracker's afraid of puns. Okay. We're a little closer to the inner star this time. 13 light seconds out. Okay, go to target 210. Go to 9,000 light seconds. Stop. Okay, thank you, Kale. So let's get locked on the star here. Thank you, Kale. So that's dated a month ago, so at least we got stellar information. We go towards 210 for, what do you say, 8,000 light seconds? 9,000. Stop, and then head towards Nejana. Okay. Alright, we can get that. Alright, Ferox, we are visiting generation ships. And thank you, Alcors. Yeah, same directions I saw before. So, good catch. Good catch. Glad everybody's on it. Thank you so much for that. I don't even... By the way, Ghost Tracker's recruiting for the Guardians of Pravda. So if you've got a thing for puns and punishment, go right ahead. Oh, you were copying to save the scroll. That also works. Alright, getting close to the star. Puns and yeah. Puns and punishment sounds lewd. Well, wouldn't be the first time, let's be honest. Alright, 9,000 light seconds in this direction. The crate puns destroyed me. Stupid crate puns. Blow them all up if I controlled the world. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna do some filter trickery. You want to make a crate pun? That's 500 bits. Why is explosions not... I have to go look at that.
So what are you doing here?
Oh, you know, just flying around.
Flying around?
Flying around.
Thwarting my plans?
What are your plans?
Are you?
No.
Good, because that'd be bad.
How bad?
I'd have to kill you.
That's bad.
Indeed.
That's right, I will tax the crate puns. Okay, are we really doing this now? Because I can do this. I can do this if you really, really want. Alright, we're gonna go 9,000 light seconds, and then we're gonna switch over.
This message is irrelevant!
And then we're gonna... Oh. Alright. We'll do this. Don't think I won't. Saturnine, Regex for the win. My wife would argue with that. Anyway, okay, we're at 9,000 light seconds. So now we fly towards... Nijana. There it is. Blocked. I thought I had crazy in my eyes, but I just saw a vid where a dude beat a basilisk and a cobra. Woo! Alcors, what's this now? Do.
Now, it should be right here. Right here. Where the hell is it?
Carranza, that was perfect. Well done.
Are you okay in there?
Yeah, I'm fan-tastic. Nothing but gumdrops and ice cream in here.
Oh, really? Can I come in too?
I'm surrounded by idiots.
I thought you were surrounded by gumdrops and ice cream.
Jumpy, that was also perfect. Eric G, close to my Cobra Cyclops kill. All of you people with your fancy killing and your powerful weapons, and my god. I'm sorry, what? What is activated that... Ah, damn it. No, turn that off. No, the missile rack reactivated when I engineered it. Set 2-1. Lights on.
On.
Can't exactly see the location of the uplink, but we'll make do. You see, all you people are using English, but I still don't understand a word you're all saying. I mean, I assume it's language. Is that a big heat shield? I assume it's actually micrometeorite protection. Because these things didn't have energy shields as far as I know. They only had physical armor.
That's it! Everyone dies!
Ghost Tracker, that is a very interesting theory. Do you really want to put it to the test? Do you know who I am? Oh, shit. Does anybody in chat know who Ghost Tracker is? She apparently doesn't know who she is. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's 4 uplinks. Alright, we got all the uplinks.
I've researched some statistics, and there could be a problem. Over the past 3 months, 75% of pregnancies have provided a male fetus. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about right now, although I'm starting to think my predecessor made a mistake, not bringing any medical equipment that could manipulate gender at the embryonic stage. I mean, I can understand the ethics behind it, but this has left us hanging a little bit. Especially now we're in this situation. I can only hope it evens itself out.
Alright, so that's a bit of a problem now, isn't it?
Situation is now critical. We've had no female newborns for the past 9 months, and all recent pregnancies have produced male fetuses. I'm currently looking into the problem, and it would appear that none of the ship's complement are producing male gametes with the XX chromosome. That means that even if we could artificially inseminate with a sample, we still wouldn't produce any zygotes with the potential to form a female embryo. I have no idea how to solve this, as we have no stock with both XX and XY samples on the ship. Another mistake my predecessor made. If I can find out the cause of this anomaly, hopefully it will lead me to a solution. We have time to fix this, and I'm not panicking yet, but this has the potential to be disastrous to the success of our mission. After all these years, I finally have to come to terms with the fact that We're never going to find a solution to this problem. The last member of the ship's complement of childbearing age has now had a boy. She was 69. If I could find a solution, even if I applied the stims and gene therapy that allowed any of them to carry a child, none of the women aboard ship would reach full term anyway. This will be my last entry. The men aboard are preparing to evacuate. They know the mission is doomed, and don't want to die here. I don't blame them. I could still go with them, but I've refused the offer. I failed this ship, and everyone aboard. It's only right that I die with the mission. Good luck to them.
So, crap. That is not the way you want a deep space mission to go. And by the way, just to prevent any kind of rewarding of this crap. There. What to do? Why is it with all the generation ships, everything that could go wrong did go wrong? Well, to be fair, Carranza, we're only seeing a small percentage. There were 70,000 generation ships that got launched. So we're only seeing a very, very tiny portion of these. But yeah, they are... We're not seeing good stuff out of these. Let's see here. We've seen Atlas. Think I found a use for the keelback? Yeah, right. Verdunir. Okay, next one. Galaxy map.
Displaying map.
Oh, really? Okay, Verdunir 6. Yeah, new cities on good planets, atmospheric planets.
Cannot comply.
Carranza, it's possible there was news, but... Well, think of it this way. They didn't have FTL communication. And they were launched 1,000 years ago. It could be that, yes, a few of these ships did land, but we just haven't picked up the signal yet.
Cannot comply.
Oh, yeah. Let's tuck in the sensors, and then we can get going. Take care, Alcors. Catch you later.
Maximum velocity.
Alright, sounds good. Hopefully see you then.
Confirming exit point telemetry. Stand by.
Warning. Temperature critical.
That'll hold. How far could the generation ships have gone? If they were traveling at the speed of light, 1,000 light years. Roughly.
Hyperspace. Checking systems now.
So most likely there is a hard cap, and that is under 1,000 light years.
All systems check out. No unusual activity.
temperature critical.
We don't know maximum speed. I think it was less than 20% light speed for most of them. So, what, 200 light years? Maybe? I mean, if some of the later generation ships... I mean, one of them talked about supercruise. So at least there was, at the very least, maybe theoretical knowledge of supercruise, but one of the generation ships, they talked about how they saw a ship that then supercruised away. That was the one that got taken over by pirates.
Engaging exit protocols.
But yeah, it's still a big-ass sky even at 200 light years away from the Sol system. Distance to Sol.
153 light years from Sol.
Warning, temperature critical.
Yeah, all the settlements should be inside the bubble, and they may very well be inhabited. You know, they would all be Earth-like worlds anyway, so we couldn't land and we wouldn't see any cities. So we don't have a definitive list. Well, Carranza, I mean, yeah, they could have sat down and been perfectly good settlements and joined the Federation or the Empire or whatever, independent systems. And the fact that they succeeded is...
Interstellar travel mode engaging now.
The fact that we know they succeeded is because there was no horrible news.
Key systems are at optimal levels. Readying for exit now.
Distance to Sol.
158.3 light years from Sol.
System map.
System cartography.
Why would anyone share good news? Well, there is that too, but I mean, how many signals are blasting through space right now just get lost in the noise? There is, okay, yes, technically there is resistance in space, but it's not going to do a whole lot. Sir Dirty Dog 07. But no, it really is a case that, you know, there may have been colonies established years ago. Years, decades, centuries. The mission was, you know, the colonies were established, the completion messages were broadcast, and it's quite possible there was nobody back on Earth to listen because the company just disappeared. I mean, here you've got a system with a station, Rennie Dock in this system. And this was still a later discovery of a generation ship. When was this found? This was found last September. This was found about 11 months ago. Yeah, the settlements might be found when atmospheric landing happens. Tell me about this system.
Virodnir is an independent corporate home to around 11,500 souls, allied with Edmund Mahon. Virodnir Intersolar Ltd is the local power. There is a lone orbital station in this system.
I want to board the station to have some gunfights. Tell you what, I've heard theories back in the day. And this was one of the things I really liked the idea of, that you could play the entire run of Elite Dangerous, theoretically, from one station. Just like be a detective on board that station. You know, go down to the docks, investigate things, etc., etc. Well, Blaze, I mean, either way, it's the black market, so you're going to be going down there and having gunfights. Oh, hello, Yuki. Yeah, Detective Miller, exactly. Star Helix. Terrified. There we go. I thought it was Terry Fiend for a moment. Terrified 2, thank you so much. Welcome to the crew. Pull up a seat. We're just exploring generation ships right now. Oh, interesting. I did not hear about that, Ferox, an Expanse comic. I'm down with that. Alright, how many contacts we got here? 4 contacts again. This was 2, so we need 1, 3, and 0. Are the other 7,000 generation ships in game? Probably not. And 70,000. You missed a 0 in there. But there are theoretically more generation ships out there. Yeah, and all these were launched in, within the span of a couple of centuries, way before hyperdrives were developed. No FTL travel, no FTL communication. There's a big antenna there. I should probably not hit that. Yeah, they aren't gonna have several thousand, but they will have... There will be more generation ships out there. I mean... The most recent one was just found this month, on the 8th. All right. All right, bringing game audio back up. Yeah, 5 days, HS. 5 days for the next update. By the way... There's that. Are there generation ships in the Formidine Rift? Not exactly. But I'll cover that in a minute.
We've suffered a critical failure. It came out of nowhere. I thought we'd hit something. Just a huge bang, and then all hell broke loose. System alarms firing off everywhere. All drives are offline, repair attempts are ongoing, but with no success. Evidence points to one of the cooling systems exploding on a routine cycle. It sent pieces flying through the propulsion system, shredding it, chains of explosions, and... well, the long and the short of it is the ship's a dead stick. We're drifting. No engine. No means of altering course. I guess we're lucky the power plant didn't go up, or we wouldn't be alive to make reports. After weeks of repairs, we have to accept it. The Lazarus is not going anywhere. So we have 2 choices open to us. We can stay on board, floating aimlessly in space, There are enough renewable resources for generations, but it's not an infinite supply. The Lazarus wasn't a top-of-the-line ship. There was only enough capital to get the basic ship built and stocked up for the intended travel time. We added some contingency, but that will only give us, say, another 10 years. So maybe it'll be our great-grandkids that'll have to deal with the problem. I don't like that idea. I couldn't bear with it being another generation's problem to solve while we use up all the resources. So that leaves option number 2. We harvest the ship and build as many usable lifeboats as we can. This thing was designed to be dismantled to make our settlements when we reached our destination. Once we have all we need from the ship, we should be able to reach a planet, as long as it's not too far away. We've done some scans, and there are habitable worlds in the region that we can aim for. It'll take months, maybe years, but I think it's the best option. After all, we have the time, and giving people hope is a powerful tool.
Ferox, something hit us. Well, no, she was saying that it felt like something hit them, but it was a cooling system that exploded. A similar situation, I mean, in terms of a part shredding and taking out critical systems. Oh God, what was it? United 232 over Sioux City. That would be very similar. I believe it was a DC-9. Suffered a catastrophic engine failure, and when the fan blade shredded, Apollo 13 wouldn't be a bad one either. But no, when the fan disc shredded, it took out all 3 hydraulic systems, the primary, the secondary, and the tertiary. And fortunately, there was another pilot on board the plane just deadheading his way back. He ended up helping the pilot and co-pilot and engineer do differential thrust to actually steer the plane. A lot of people didn't make it, but a lot more people wouldn't have made it if it hadn't been for those guys and the amount of work they put in. Also, if I remember right, there was a shift change at a local trauma center at the time too, so they had everybody on duty. A lot of things went right and a lot of things went wrong.
As the life ship's near completion, I find I'm sleeping less and less. I tell myself that it's nerves or excitement at all we've achieved. But those are just the lies I tell myself to keep going. The real reason I can't sleep is that I know what's to come. Even with the rules in place, we've seen population growth. Unlicensed births are increasing as people see the light at the end of the tunnel. I knew hope was powerful, but I forgot it can also blind you to the truth. With our current population, we don't have enough space on the life ships for everyone on board. So once again, I have choices to make. It won't be popular, these things never are, but it will be fair. There is an old Earth maritime tradition of women and children being evacuated first. We will hold to that. We'll try to keep families together. From those that remain, volunteers will be requested. I can only hope that covers the deficit. Otherwise, it'll be a lottery for the final places.
And the Eric G, I was going to say they probably could have gimbaled the engines and used thrust vectoring. What they said was the explosion shredded the engine plumbing too. It's lucky it didn't explode the ship, but yeah, the engines were rendered useless too. And HS, yeah, on a generation ship like this, damn right they need a license for things like that. Very, very...
Hello!
Very, you know, fine margin of error on the resources. And Master 10, hey, how you doing? Yeah, the engine plumbing on the main engines got taken out. I believe so at DC-9. Let me double check that real quick. Sorry, at DC-10. United Airlines Flight 232 at DC-10. Crash landed in Sioux City, Iowa, July 19th, 1989. Alright, final update on this one.
The last of the life ships has launched. Each has a destination well within their calculated range. We thought it best to have multiple destinations, not putting all our eggs in one basket, so to speak. All we can do for them now is hope. Hope that they make it. Hope that the planets they land on are hospitable. Hope that they thrive and grow. For us that remained on board, there is no more hope. We go about our existence with the knowledge that we are destined to die, but that we do so that others could live. In the end, we all volunteered for this. That's the thing about the human spirit. We fight over the smallest things, but when it really hits the fan, people step up. This is our last log. I won't document our demise. This is not our story anymore. It belongs to those out there heading towards a new life. It's a story of hope, triumph over adversity, and how we came together as a community to give them a chance out here. This is the Lazarus Expedition. Signing off.
So yeah, the Generation ships, they aren't all terrible, terrible horror stories. Some of them are grim. Some of them are a mixed bag, kind of like this in the Atlas. A lot of colonists out here, they had to earn their happy ending. Well, I think that's the trope name, earn your happy ending. Let's see here, we've been to the Artemis, that was the one with the serial killer on board. We've been to the Atlas, that was the one where the AI came online. No, let's go, let's see here, the Kolachi system. Let's try the Phobos. Because in space, nobody can hear your bad decisions. Got a bit of a trip now, don't we? 409 light years. We're up to that. So I think the Phobos may be around the outer limit. But we don't know for sure. I think it's just like the furthest out they came. Or the furthest we've found, I should say. Well, Karanza, I mean, there's also the idea of naming your ship after the god of fear and taming it to your will. That is literally overcoming fear if you can make it your chariot.
Interstellar travel mode engaging now. Engaging exit protocols.
And yeah, Master 10, that's a 60 light year jump. I know I don't have this really configured for long jumping.
Warning, temperature critical.
No, it's not more than 1,000 light years from Earth. We were 158 light years away from Earth before. Now we're going 400 light years this way. Now I'm pretty sure it's on the other side of Sol, so... Why not name it the Titanic? The Titanic was hubris. Naming your ship after the god of fear and using it as your ride. That's just badass. Could you take a peek at it's
Key
Amnets?
systems are at optimal levels.
Yeah, I'll do that
readying
real
for
quick.
exit.
Galaxy map.
Choose somewhere interesting this time, please.
It's somewhat on the way, kinda, maybe-ish. Nothing like going to a station with 1,000 insulating membranes an hour ago, only for there to be 2 now. Marino Twine, its Amnets is already updated today. Oh, thank you. Alright. Watching you and Malik at the same time, sometimes it sounds like you're talking to each other. Neat. There's worse people to have a conversation with. I have to gather 2,000 insulating membranes for a 50 mil mission.
Key systems are at optimal levels, readying for exit.
Uber, well damn, what? Well damn what? What'd I do?
Warning. Temperature critical.
I need to get my hands on 10 units of Painite. Narvert 3's rings, man. Narvert 3's rings. And Jumpy, the lockdown is still pending, if you don't spot it there. Yeah, Narvert 3, the rings are
scanning for anomalies,
metallic and
none
pristine.
detected.
Has Hank the Humongous been banished from flying? No, Hank's just not bothering today. Been a while. How's the Black Official Wizard? It's been good. It's been treating me well. Hank, less so. Tried to go on a trip to over the weekend, trying to do some cleaning. And figured I'd get my badge from EDSM for going to Hutton Orbital. So what the hell? Point the ship at Hutton, start doing some cleaning, no problem. Come back an hour and a half later, I'm still not there.
Confirming
In fact, I'm
exit
not even
point
pointed there
telemetry.
anymore.
Stand by.
I look down, Hank, being the Hank that he is, has fallen asleep where I usually put my feet. Which means he was resting his big furry head on the rudder pedal, and I was flying in circles.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Master 10, I'll need a bodyguard. Narvard 3 has no resource extraction sites. You just fly into the ring, and you maybe have one pirate scan you, and then he flies off if you don't have anything. And then it's just easy pickings from then on. Drifting Raven, work made me late to the show. The conclusion of last night's test. Last night's test was good. I managed to fly without crashing into too much of anything. Actually made a flight assist off kill, which was nice. Made a couple of flight assist off landings. VR is beautiful as always. I just need to do some fine-tuning on where to actually display my chat, that I can see it without, without running into trouble.
Confirming exit point telemetry. Stand by.
Considering retiring your ship in... Oh. Alright. Let's see here. Where do we have to go now? Phobos. Travel to Kolachi 3D. Okay. System map.
You won't find anything interesting. Once you've seen one round, colored blob, you've seen them all.
Oh, I got another jump to go. Whoops.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Got a steam count back after I was hijacked. Going back lead, considering retiring the Anaconda and Colonia. Well, if worse comes to worse, yeah, you can always summon it back, I suppose. And yeah, Hank fell asleep on the rudders and had me flying in circles. I love that little furball, but damn, he is a pain in the butt sometimes. Yes, we are still pushing Kutnal. Yep. Huh. Okay, are those the Pleiades, or is that Witch Head ahead of me? I actually think that's the Witch Head Nebula.
Interstellar travel mode. Engaging now. Scanning for anomalies. None detected.
Eon Red Apocalypse, greetings! Yes, we've expanded to Kutnal. We are now in expansion out of Kutnal, but we're still pushing it because we'd like to expand a few times. System map.
Look at the confusion on that horrible little face of yours. Priceless.
If you're in HIP, that means it's in the Pleiades, right? No, Blaze Homewrecker. HIP is just a... ABCD. Okay. HIP just means it was part of the, what was the name of that? Hippocardos survey or something, I believe. I don't have the exact name in front of me, but it's just a shorthand for it was part of this stellar survey. Because there's HIP classified stars all throughout the galaxy.
Warning. Temperature critical.
No, it's not a quadrant. The Hipparcos survey. Thank you, Vox. Yeah, it's not a sector. It's HIP and 2 mass. Anything classified as 2 mass is part of another survey. Something stellar survey. Why can't things be easy? Well, because then everybody would have done it already. The 2-micron all-sky survey. Thank you, Aaron. LHS is... something else survey. I think. We shall, we'll do a test on that. We'll look things up. Oh, by the way, for who was suggesting over Twitch chat, does it also have Twitch alerts? Because I also need to spot the alerts. Let's see here. Travel Kolachi 3D, then change for HIP 10229. All right. The Luyten half-second. Thank you. Luyten half-second catalog. There we go. So yeah, that is another, it's just a catalog of stars. Basically, you know, one survey went and found these, another survey went and found these.
Hey, best buddy.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, Master 10, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Let's see here. Moon! Right, moon. Now I have enough to buy an Imperial cutter. Isn't there an initiative right now to name every star? Good luck. You'd have more luck naming every grain of sand in the world. Rather have the Acme catalog? Nice. Oh yes, let me pull up a thing because just for those who've read Batman: The Killing Joke, just because. Okay, change course toward HIP 10229. And we do this for about 1800 light seconds. Yeah, well, it's not even a gray area. It's just, you know, I could stamp my name on a star and give you a certificate of authenticity for $19.95 shipping and handling. And it's like NASA's gonna go, nuh-uh, and I'm gonna go, uh-huh. And there we go. That is the current status of ownership, you know, and legitimacy of stellar naming rights. And NASA's going to be like, well, we're not putting your name on the star. And I'm going to be like, okay. Yeah. There we go. Stellar ownership in a nutshell. And there's the generation ship. Technically legal and technically illegal simultaneously. Ah, really? I'm not even carrying anything, you...
Awaiting orders.
I've got nothing on board, you dipshit. I don't even have guns. Oh, I wish I was in a AI. Another empty cargo hold, my children will go hungry. Good. May they eat your flea-bitten corpse. Next time, fill your hold with gold. Next time, I'll fill my ship with, frag cannons. Distance to Sol.
272 light-years from Sol.
Okay, 272 light-years. So that's a ways out. No, Dark Ruin, artificial idiot, but... yeah, pretty much the idiot part's spot on. To be fair, you're in an ass, but known smuggling ship. Oh, please, anything's a smuggling ship if you're brave enough. Galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Okay, I wanted to find out, so let's see here. There we go. I'll go smuggle in a keelback. Yeah, good luck with that. Okay, it is not the Witch Head. Excuse me. It is not the Witch Head Nebula. All right. All right, it probably was the Pleiades then. Can't see it, but yeah, we're still a distance. We're still a fair... It must have been the Pleiades we were aiming for. Okay, let's go pay our respects to the Phobos here. Yeah, they can't scan you in Super Cruise, and yet everybody knows when you're carrying something. All that tasty cargo. There we go. Takes a moment for that, for the list to populate, doesn't it now? I predict demons. Well, you're mostly correct. Xenomorphs. Getting warmer. Ah, yes, the famous scat pirates of Sothis. Weird people out there. Space does weird shit to you. So to speak. Now let's never speak of that again. But yeah, this is micrometeorite protection, as far as I can tell. With a really, really hardened sensor cluster right here. Agril, good evening. Let's not hit the ship, that's bad for the warranty. Is it Phobos or Deimos that's going to end up crashing into Mars? I believe yes. Alright, backing away, upping the volume. So this is the most recent one. This was the generation ship that just got discovered on the 8th of this month.
Medical Officer's Log 6933. We've done it. We're down on the surface and the habitats are all fully operational. No more supply runs to the ship and back. We've established 5 settlements in this region, with another 10 spread across the other regions. The elected leaders of each group have voted and declared the mission a success. Many of the settlements have decommissioned their landers as a sign of this, even holding ceremonies to celebrate our new life here. However, it appears our new home may not be as welcoming as we had hoped for. Much of the indigenous flora and fauna have proven to be toxic and highly aggressive. Several of the crew have been attacked while gathering food and supplies, and we've lost a few people to various incidents involving local plant life. Settlement Alpha and Beta have also been having problems with animal attacks. I mean, by all accounts, they've had it worse than us, with entire teams being lost. We've posted additional sentries to guard the settlement, but we're not a military operation. We're explorers and colonists. The best we have is an ex-security officer to keep us safe. We were simply not expecting such a hostile environment.
So I mean, yeah, when you're surveying these planets, when you're surveying these systems, all you can get is really a...
Hey, best buddy!
Oh, it's you.
Oh, Grill, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Greatly appreciated. Put some spaceship cows. Put some hype into the chat there. But yeah, I mean, when you're doing long-range surveys of these, all you're going to get is, at the most, spectrum. You know, spectra on the atmospheric composition of a planet. So you'll be able to tell if it's a nitrox-style atmosphere or not. And that's about it. After that, you buys your ticket and you takes your chances.
I've got morons on my team!
463. The creatures got into our habitats. God, it was a massacre. So many dead women, children, they ate. God, I think I'm gonna be sick. We can't stay here. Corell has gathered up everyone he could find, and we're heading for Settlement Delta in the mountains east of here. Hopefully we can find some shelter up there. Corell said something about them keeping the lander intact as an emergency measure. Maybe we can use that to get back to the ship.
Ferox, do any of the generation ships have a happy ending? Atlas was a pretty good one. Is it Pleonia was... whichever one... Oh, Lazarus Expedition was a mixed bag. Pleonia was not a good one, no. Alien? Marino Twine, I'm thinking more Katoran. I mean, they're talking about how the entire ecosystem is hazardous.
Medical officer's log is 7467. We reached Settlement Delta this morning. Only... there's no one here. There are signs of what looks like a fight and barricades in some of the bigger buildings. It looks like they tried to use the main hub as a shelter, but whatever attacked them tunneled in through the floors. I can't shake the feeling that these animals are watching us and biding their time. It feels like we're being hunted. At least the rumors about the launcher are true. It's here and fully intact. It seems as if our friends had turned it into a monument rather than break it down like the rest of us did. We've managed to locate the orbiting ship's beacon and made the necessary calculations for a launch. Our only problem is the fuel cells. They're dry. Hugh, our engineer, seems to think he can get some from the other building in the settlement. It will just take a little time, a couple of days, maybe. I mean, all we can do is wait and keep our guard up until we can get off this planet.
I mean, it seems like a stupid idea on the surface to break down all of your ships. But look at it this way. There was nothing else up here. There was the most basic of devices. Everything else was brought down to the planet. And they weren't going to fire this ship up again and go on another interstellar journey, and there was nothing else in this system. Those landers represented power, materials, electronics, equipment. They were... It seemed like a good idea, actually, to strip them down and use them as part of the colony. In this case, they rolled bad dice.
Somehow, I don't know how, one of those things got on board. It must have been in the lander when we launched. We've managed to trap it in the farm pods, but not before it killed all but the three of us. Leo won't make it through the night. The thing mauled him pretty badly. All we can do is keep him doped up on pain meds. As for Hugh and me, without access to the farms, we're living on borrowed time. We're in the process of setting everything back up when the creature attacked. We only have the few days' rations that were on the land. Wait. What was that? No! How did it get out? This can't be happening. It can't be happening.
speaking of rolling bad dice, apparently a smart one got on board. Yeah, that's depressing. It ain't great. Now, there's a fun rumor that Malik covered that, or a hypothesis going on that actually what they found were Guardians that had regressed to a more feral state. Guardians that had fled the purge that the AIs had initiated, settled here, and that's what they found. Semi-intelligent pack hunters. What happens if you shoot at the generation ship? You expend ammo. That's it. Yeah, an encounter for an alien film? You're not wrong. So, if it was in here, it was in one of these domes. Yeah, generation ship. Nostromo, there you go. Set a course for home.
Stellar cartography. Course locked.
Fly too close to the pod, suddenly have an alien clawing at your canopy? Well, that's all well and good. I don't know anything that can survive outside in hyperspace. And, well, if that doesn't do it, I'll just fly real close to a star. Or, barring that, I'll just, it's Lakon. So I'll just have somebody, I'll just throw insults at somebody, and they will shoot it off. You know, something that makes me very, very sad all of a sudden. Oh, wait a minute. This dome must not move. Alright, the Agrodome doesn't move here. This just allows in light. Everything must be mag-locked to the ground. You've got some kind of shade for, you know, if there's a star there. There isn't a balancing pod there. No, this one must be fixed. Because if it were... Yeah, this isn't turning, this is. Here's the centrifuge here. Here's the gravity decks. Beldraco 07, long time no see. How you doing? Oh, and let's see here. A grill. Last place I went to was Dav's Hope and got nothing. Here's... that's a very good thing. Thank you for reminding me. We can show off some more tools here. Okay, let's see here. All right. Let me look up Dav's Hope real quick. Dazzy Star, hey, how you doing? Do I have... Yes, I do. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking up Dav's Hope because I'm using this as an example for another neat little tool I found, which I'll be showing off here. Quick question? I can answer a quick question. I can answer lots of questions. Let's see here. That's not right. Hyades Sector. Gotta have the full name. A5. Alright, takes care of that. So yeah, I'll be showing off Edison, a new tool for, well, not a new tool, but One that players should all be familiar with if you fly on PC. Now, my crate been advised to get the FSD to level 5 first. Would you agree? Well, at the very least, get it upgraded, because then you can travel further for picking up all the other stuff you need. Greatly speeds up the process for all the other upgrades. So yeah, I would say FSD upgrade is one of the first things you should do. And thank you, Beldraco, yeah. Dazzy Star just used Edison to go to Dav's Hope. Yeah, it's a very good tool, so I'm going to be
confirming exit point telemetry.
Showing that on the show here. How far are we? 7 jumps, that's not bad. Beldraco, Edison is very neat. Edison is a planetary mapping tool.
Welcome to Edison.
Okay, so let's get things configured right now, actually. We'll show the monitor. Here we go. So waypoint name. Let's see. Oh, that's not right. Planet A5. ID sector. Enter in latitude and longitude, and that's going to be 44.8180. Longitude is going to be negative 31.3893. Planet radius. Galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Sorry about that. Forgot to turn it down. Forgot to turn it down after the log entries. Okay. Planet radius is 617 kilometers. And then I screwed it up. Re-enter that real quick. Thank you. Sorry about that. Screwed that up quick. We'll fix that. 313893. There we go. All right. So we will we'll come back to that in a moment. And Fart Expert, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Have a seat kind of over there. Pull up a seat just kind of off to the side there. Is FSD level 5 real important before I start engineering my weapons? It's nice, it's not necessary.
Hull integrity is within limits.
Really, it's a matter of convenience and how much work you want to put in working on, you know, getting your jump drive updated before you start going with all the other stuff. But it's not, none of these are absolutely necessary. It's all just convenience. If you're going to run yourself into the ground getting grade 5, then honestly, don't bother yet. Anyone going aboard the Gnosis for the jump later? Yep, I am. We're going to have a little co-captaincy set up, and yeah, I'm sending one of my alts out there. That way I can stay here on my main, just in case everything goes to hell. Because it's Frontier, I usually expect things to go to hell.
Hyperspace. Checking systems now. Complete.
How long have you been playing Elite? Since late
Confirming
beta.
exit point telemetry. Stand by.
So late 2014. Like everyone ending up in some unknown restricted area? Yeah, something like that. Hey, I see your stats real quick? Sure. Approximate time played, 22 weeks, 1 day, 10 hours, 18 minutes. This is just my little explorer ship. Kind of my little scout for newting around in the bubble. Go outside of the bubble a little bit. Oh yeah, triple elite. Yep, did it the old way.
Travel mode engaging now.
Uphill, both ways, in the snow. And Galnet was, you know, a string and two cans
Confirming
stretched between
exit point
planets.
telemetry. Stand by.
Yep, Newt. Asp Exploder used to be my favorite ship. I like it except for a few things. One of them is that it doesn't have retro thrusters, it has bottle rockets. You could get more impulse out of Coke and Mentos. Bring the chief with a shotgun on this trip. Would AX weapons be a recommendation? Honestly, not sure. I mean, if you've got a ship configured for AX duty, then it may be possible. Probably going to run into... My theory is we've got a ship engineered to run like hell. That's our plan. Run like hell. Because an exploration/science ship just isn't going to help. Isn't going to do too much if you're up against Thargoids. So, honestly, it's just like trying to ice skate uphill. Beldraco, why would Thargoids be in the cone sector?
Exit
That's Thargoid space.
Confirmed. Arrival in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And grats on hitting Exploration Elite there, Fart Expert. The Robogo Mines run, yeah. That's true. If Gnosis has outfitting, you could just have the modules delivered. Gnosis does have... it does have outfitting, as far as I know. Just no shipyard.
Jumping to the next system.
What are Robogo runs? Those are, well, you go to Robogo Mines and make
Scanning for anomalies.
Whole lot of cash doing passenger missions. And other missions, but, you know. I don't know the specifics on it. I've only done them like a couple of times. That was ages ago. Alright, 2 jumps. And then we'll activate and start the navigation up.
Engaging exit protocol.
Beldraco, when does this start? It starts on September 6th. You got it. The ship jumps on the 6th. You have to be on board the Gnosis before that. Is there an asteroid base away from the bubble with pristine metallics? Oh, boy. Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. I know there's some bases out in, like, near the California Nebula, maybe?
Leaving system. Interstellar velocity at maximum. Key systems are at optimal levels, readying for exit.
Okay. 61 light seconds. But no, this is why Edison is so good. Once we get into orbital cruise, I'll show you. Favorite ship? My favorite ship is a toss-up between the Chieftain and the Crate. I like the sheer versatility of the Crate, and I love the sheer lethality of the Chieftain. Okay, on approach. Update position, start navigation.
328. Distance to target 569 kilometers.
And there we go. Now you can see I'm running a... Now you're seeing what I see on my screen rather than what you see on the usual stream when I'm just running the game window.
Turn right heading 009. Distance to target 869 kilometers. Clear to descent. Distance to target 808 kilometers.
Now Dav's Hope is already listed here, so we don't need this now. Must have changed that. I don't remember that last time.
Distance to target 600
Take care, Sniper.
kilometers.
But you can still see where this would be very handy. Very handy.
Distance to target 565 kilometers. Distance to target 410 kilometers.
Yeah, if you've scanned the thing, it'll be visible. But for those who haven't, this is why Edison is so damn good.
Maintain angle 34 for descent. Distance to target 134 kilometers. Maintain angle 33 for descent. Distance to target 93 kilometers.
Yeah, I know that, Lashios King. It's all good. I'm just demonstrating how you can use this to navigate in on a site.
Maintain angle 32 for descent. Distance to target 50 kilometers. Distance to target 29 kilometers. Clear to descent. Distance to target 9 kilometers.
Any idea where the Gnosis will bring us? Yeah, Cone Nebula. Let me pull up the data again.
Distance to target 5 kilometers.
Here's the trip itinerary.
Distance to target 4 kilometers. Distance to target 3 kilometers.
Any idea what will lurk there? Not a blessed clue. The entire area is totally surrounded by dual orcas. The entire area is in a permit-locked zone. Nobody knows what's there. Is the Cone Nebula like on the other side of the galaxy? Oh, nowhere near. It's 2,100 light years away. The Nautilus can only do 500 light year jumps at maximum. But no, the big deal is that the Cone Nebula is totally surrounded by permit locks. You can't get there except on this ship.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Incoming message.
Got some good stuff there. Comms log. Horn shield emitters. Heh, why not?
Site structure compromised. All personnel must evacuate. The evacuation vessel.
And we got a comms log here. What else we got? Refined focus crystals. Don't mind if I do. Mechanical components. Handy. Conductive components and compound shielding. Well, better than a stick in the eye. Of course, there's a lot of things better than a stick in the eye. I never understood that expression. Possibly lots of Thargoids. There's a probably and there's a possibly. But I mean, it would be a real, what do I want to say? If the place was swarming with Thargoids and you had a scientific expedition out there, that would get old on about, 3 or 4 hours into day one. So I'm doubting it's going to be just a murder fest of Thargoids. How long will the trip be starting later today? Well, let's see here. Looks like you'll be jumping 481 light years, roughly. If there's nothing special out there, people will also be disappointed. That's true. So what I'm thinking is there are going to be lots of structures. There's going to be some kind of installation. Lots of comms logs like this. But it's not going to be swarming with really pissed off Thargoids. I think you'll be disappointed if you're going to go in there expecting, Thargoids to just hit with everything. What do we got here? Mining team 6, 1 of 6, 4 of 6, 5 of 6. Alright, we're missing a few here. Oh. Okay, 1, 3, 4, 5. So we need 2 and 6. People always talk about Dav's Hope or their similar places. There's a couple of crashed Anacondas, I think, near the Leasty system. That's more raw materials, though. That's not processed stuff like this. Okay, that's 2. Now we just need number 6. Been this way. Let's try going through this way. Think I scanned this one? Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I already got that one. That seems a little ambitious, Pipley. Excuse me. Again, the smoke. That seems a little hyper-ambitious. Although, who knows? Maybe. I've heard sillier ideas. As far as ideas goes, that one isn't as silly, just very, very elaborate. Okay, I'm going to turn up the audio again. Remind me to turn it down this time. After the logs. Oh. No audio, no voice acting on these, alright? Alright, personal data recorder. Franklin, James, Foreman, Mining Team 6. Team 6 to base. What the hell was that? It felt like the whole planet was going to come down on top of us. Base, do you read me? Base, are you there? Guys, pack it up. We're heading back to base. Something's not right here. Comms are down with that last quake. I'm calling it. Follow me. We'll head for Shaft 48. There's a wired comm station there. Maybe we can find out what's happening. Okay. To Nicholas Baker, Corporate Liaison. Site report log. Seismic activity has increased. We're seeing cave-ins in sections 3, 4, and 6 now. I'd like to request permission to pull mining teams until we can secure the site. Let's see here. To site coordinator, have you lost your senses? Do you know how much it will cost us to shut this place down while you secure the site? We'll lose billions every hour. I can't authorize that. The miners keep on going. They know what they signed up for. Sir, with this level of activity, it could bring the whole installation down, not just the mine shafts. We have to evacuate. The site is no longer viable. It's just too dangerous. Who do you think you're talking to, Miss Minot? What you need to do is do your job, or we'll have to renegotiate your contract. Ah, lovely. Ah, stupid and craven. Beautiful. Shaft 48 call log. Team 6 to base. Can you read us? What the hell's happening? We're trying to evacuate Section 4, but all access tunnels must have collapsed. We're stuck down here. Access has collapsed. Team trapped in Shaft 48. When can we expect a rescue crew? Base, are you reading us? Hydrogen, stupidity, and greed, the 3 most common elements in the universe. Bibliophilus, that's true. It would solve the issue of getting rid of the Knossos as a faction ship before squadrons get released. That is a very good point. But when? Because then you've got all these other ships stranded out there. I'm somewhat dubious. I think the Knossos will get destroyed. I don't think this is where, though. Nicholas Baker, Corporate Liaison. Sir, Team 6 did not report in at a shift change. Our survey teams have reported the cave-ins are more widespread. There's a very high possibility they're trapped in Section 4. I'm prepping a rescue team. They should be ready to leave within the hour.
Site structure compromised. All personnel must evacuate the
And that alarm, site structure compromised. Alright, 5 of 6. Site shut down with immediate effect. All resources and confidential materials to move to Alpha Site. Mining Team 6 missing. Considered acceptable loss. No further action. And it seems like corporate agrees with you, Miss Minot. This site is no longer viable. It is now closed. Shut it down. Shut it all down. Give the order to detonate the charges. Collapse the site. What in the blinkety hell were they working on here? Reply, you can't do that, damn you. I have 20 people down here. You can't just leave them to die like this. They have families, children. What are you going to tell them? Those charges are only meant to be used at the end of the operation. We have to do something to get our people out first. We can't just leave them buried alive down there. We have responsibility. My responsibility is to this corporation and its shareholders. There are plenty more miners to take their place, and yours for that matter. If you won't follow orders, we'll just find someone else that will. Now do it. You know, I would love to go pay a visit to this corporate office with the chieftain. Alright, let's hop back on board the Amundsen and head home.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Yes, you can buy AX fighters without doing anything special to get them. And Budman, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. I don't know why that didn't actually show the rest of the alert. But thank you very much. Looks like I gotta go back into my, my settings and poke around. Gear up.
Landing gear retracted.
Set a course for home.
Stellar cartography. Setting course.
Actually, got a better plan. Let's go to Udensu. No stations around with a good amount of membranes. What do you need? They are called what? Not articulating. Dang it. Excuse me. Insulating membranes, that's the one. What's your location? Are you near Narvert or where at? Because, yeah, insulating membranes just sell like hotcakes. Now, Ariane is launching a rocket in about 10 minutes if anyone's interested. Oh, alright. Ah, Shinrarta. Gotcha. Jump.
Of course, Commander.
Out of curiosity, I'm going to try that again and see if the Lord works this time. Nope, something got borked. Well, looks like I'll be unborking
Confirming
things
exit
tonight.
point telemetry. Stand by.
Always something. And to top things off, there's transcoding today. Excellent. Unfortunately, borked. Oh, yeah. I did nothing to affect the alerts, and yet now I gotta go in and fix the alerts that I did nothing to break.
Engaging exit program.
Hey, best buddy.
Oh, it's you.
More elite, more fun, more MRMYU.
That's right, more MRMYU. Stupid text-to-speech engine. Delta Fire Dragon, thank you so much for the 4-month resub. Greatly appreciated. There have been a whole lot of voice logs about terrible things happening today. You know that? Yeah, the subs and the resubs are working, Budman. It doesn't look like the bits are working. Let's go to the last place. If there aren't any here, blow things up and check again later. There you go. When in doubt, blow a big hole in something. It's worked for me. Thinking going dual rig. Huh. Well, good luck with that. I just don't have the room for it around here. Well, I guess I got a fairly powerful laptop I could try to use as a streaming machine, but... yeah, no. Yeah, no. Sometime in the future. What's the CPU? And graphics? I said fairly powerful. I didn't say I knew all the specs. CPU is something like a 3.5 gigahertz quad-core. I mean, I don't need a graphics card if this machine is going to be running the graphics. I just need something that has a decent connection and, you know, transcoding. But no, Delta, I wasn't looking for a discussion on it. I was just idly chatting. I know next to nothing about dual, you know, multi-computer streaming. That and I'm trying to land this thing, and well, it's an Asp Explorer. It does not like to stop. Insulating membranes show up as pay for rescue missions? Possibly? Yeah, the Asp doesn't land, it face plants. You're not wrong. Should have engineered the brakes. I engineered the thrusters. That's supposedly part of the brakes. Theoretically, possibly, question mark. But yeah, it's... these things do not stop. So play around with this a little bit. Throw the better plasma cannon on board the Taurus, because the focused plasma, that's a good little gun. Don't need brakes. That's what those buildings at the end are for. I was hoping there would be something slightly better as a crash barrier, but I do see your point. It's phasing sequence. That's not the one I want. Dispersal field, also not the one I want. Target lock breaker. There we go. Yeah, double A shooter. That's what Delta was saying. He was thinking of going double. Does that cause for alarm? 27 Type 9s passing through one system? That's certainly something that would make me look up and take notice. Well, Ghost, neither are we, but yeah, I'm not sure what to tell you there. Insufficient information. Just have to keep an eye on things and, you know, check on the starport report. There we go. Slightly better gun. And we're going to swap out this paint job. It's neat and all, but it's a little too... something. Well, that wouldn't be bad at all. Kind of like those. But we'll go with the old standby tactical graphite. Let's see, what else can we put on this thing that we might need? Reinforcement, Guardian Shield, Only the one module reinforcement, which isn't great, but I'll live with it. Galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
So yeah, now it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Gear up, lights on.
Landing gear lights on.
From London, Matt. Your way is cleared for departure.
So yeah, a little bit of pirate hunting. I mean, we've done exploration and, you know, mega ships or generation ships for a few days now. Nice to get back in the saddle and make some money blowing other people up.
Velocity at maximum. Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems are now at normal levels.
Yeah, that could be. Budman brings up a good point that it's possible... Yeah, it's possible your system is just a stop, or not even a stop, just passing through. Oh, my apologies. Well, somebody apparently. No, he's not chasing me down. He's just minding his own business. I'm probably going to be hired to kill him later. Good night, Wesley. Most likely kill you tomorrow. 3/4 impulse?
3/4 impulse.
The lovely chieftain? It really is. And I've just upgraded it, Uber. I, found out I had the... I'm in frag mode, except for the plasma cannon, which I have thrown over to a grade 4 or... Oh, no, it's a high grade 3, focused plasma cannon. You get a lot more speed out of your shot that way, and a lot more distance. The Challenger, I'm setting that up for something a little different. Eventually. What was it, Sneezing Bull? That's what other people called it. It's always the Taurus to me, though. Disengage Supercruise on my mark.
Standing by.
Mark.
Exiting now.
Find me a parking spot.
Requesting.
Kix, it's been a while since I've heard your lovely voice. Gear down.
Lowering gear.
One command I still need to figure out. Yeah, for me, Uber, it was literally 1, and then over, click, down, click, clear, over. And then I macroed each one of those to have a 0.25 or 0.2 second delay in between each click, so very fast. Well, goodness. Oh, the disengage on my Mark 1. Oh, gotcha. Well, somebody here was a very naughty boy. Somebody here is about to get spanked. Anything high influence here? Data storage. Salvage. Oh, that's kind of nice salvage mission. Huh, may have to look into these later. In the meantime, though, let's head back to Adensu and, gear up.
Gear coming up.
Well, you know what? This actually covers it very well.
Interesting. I'm gonna go pay him what do you call it? A visit? Beating, that's it. I'm gonna go pay him a beating.
Interstellar travel mode engaging now. Key systems are at optimal levels, readying for exit.
Alright, now I don't actually have... There we go. Since I don't have a advanced discovery scanner here, I'm just gonna have to drop down at the beacon and scan the satellite. Shields. Then we'll go see where our friend is and whether or not he actually drops down to get me here. Which would be kind of hilarious. Speaking of. No party like a boarding party.
Incoming mission critical message.
Adensu 9. Nope. Nobody here. Let's go say hi.
Warning. Temperature critical.
There you are. Yeah, suddenly very quiet. I was hoping my chat didn't just like glitch out, but... Mission target, wing of 3. This is doable. Little Bobby Kinton. Like Little Bobby Tables from XKCD. In the middle of cooking. Well, that's alright. I'm gonna be in the middle of tenderizing something here in a moment. One thing I would like to see with the update is that they fix the interdiction cone on the Chieftain. Because you do not actually, on the Chieftain, you don't center it. You have to be in about this position where I'm at. If you center it, it doesn't actually work. Split 1-3. Yes, Aaron, that FDL does have phase weapons. And his buddies have the thermal vent. Either thermal vent or thermal... whichever one is transfers, I think.
Incoming mission critical message. Warning, impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
1 second on that, Fart Expert. I've got... 1 second. I've got link protection on. There were a few times where I had some malware get posted up. Budman, could you send a permit to Fart's direction? Chapter 3 got leaked. Interesting. One moment. I'm going to want to have a look at this.
Target destroyed.
Shields. Go away. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that later. I'm not gonna go through a, you know. If anybody else wants to have a look at that and give me the highlight reel, go right ahead. Let's see here. Back to Capan and D. Thank you for that, though, Fart Expert. Budman, in the middle of figuring out why the captain's log overlay isn't. Always something. Excuse me. Almost don't want to watch it. I know it's only 5 days away, and at the same time...
Key systems are at optimal levels, readying for exit.
Let it be, Fart Expert. I'll take a look at it afterwards, and if anybody else wants to look at it, then they can watch it. Kind of the best of both worlds. You posted the link, may as well. I'll take a look at it afterwards. You know, actually, I think I might take a look at it.
Temperature critical.
Yes, 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 I know. Shit's on fire, yo.
Warning.
Taking heat damage.
Alright, what's the damage I took in that last little salvo? Nah, nothing major. Reddit is fast. No spoilers? Okay, no spoilers. So if anybody's curious, there's the link. If not, then just don't post the information here in chat. Easy peasy. Ghost Tracker, anyone here owning Type 9s who passed through Apitat within the last 24 hours, please report to me. For the time being, Vanguard's been put on yellow alert. Well, keep an eye open on the Galnet on the station updates. That'll tell you where... Yeah, Starport status update. Repair... Let's see here. All these places needing so much. Thargoid sensor interference in the following systems. The Manite system's being hit pretty hard now, isn't it? That's 3 stations in Manite. Darn, the wedding was canceled. Too bad no one cared. Way too many people who were way too invested in their blue-haired space waifu. It's a little disturbing. I interdict every wedding barge I see now. I just do that on principle because I'm tired of getting chat spammed. Yeah, honestly, it's just a single picture of her, guys. Get out. I wouldn't want a chance with her. Given the mind control, I trust her about as far as I could throw a cutter on Akinar 3. That's right, people need to get with reality and actually do their, imaginary space trucking in peace. But no, seriously, Aisling is about as dirty as they come. For those familiar with Battletech, she is Catherine Steiner. Gear down. Terrified. Gotta run. Enjoyed watching. I'll be back. Makes me want to go back into Elite, even though I'm very low level. Take care. Yeah, take care. You have a good one, too. And if you ever need a hand, I mean, that's kind of what our group's about. Helping out people, showing the ropes, etc., etc. At least they can rest their head knowing she's not taken. Neither's that Black Widow or that praying mantis over there. Bibliophilus, wrong dirty. The bad kind. The bad kind. Trust her as much of my chances leaping into the Great Annihilator? Something like that. Let's see here. Mission board. We need Imph, please. Alright, here's your Imph. A lot of pirate lords. A lot of people doing very bad things. But I think I might pop on over and just do some salvage for folks. Aisling is awesome. Uh-huh. She inspires awe. Aisling is terrific. She inspires terror. Go kills them all. What's that sandwich? Oh, now I can't remember I can't remember my own sound effect for that. Fail. But no, unfortunately, and the breeze just shifted around, so now I'm just getting lungfuls of smoke in here, even with the windows shut. All shall love me in despair. Yeah, she wishes she had that kind of power. She's trying to get it, but she doesn't have it yet. Gear up.
Gear coming up.
Yeah, she's about at the level of great and powerful Trixie, maybe. Anyway. I'm just eating smoke right now, and I can feel my throat starting to get eaten up here. So I think we're gonna call it here for now. Yeah, I could use. I didn't think I was gonna need mop gear to cast, but well, if I put it on, I was gonna end up sounding like the pyro. And then, you know, and I can't do interpretive dance to communicate with chat, so yeah, I think we're going to call it here for now, but that's all right. We'll be back tomorrow, usual time, usual place, assuming no horrible medical emergencies or anything. Or cat-related emergencies. Glare at Hank. Yuki's being really nice though, so maybe she'll keep him off my back. And thank you. Yeah, things will get better. Things will get better. But yeah, we'll call it here, and I'll be back tomorrow, usual time, usual place. Thanks to everybody for coming out. Thank you for spending time here. Always nice to answer questions. Always nice to chat it up, and always nice to just screw around with you folks. Fly safe, everybody. If you can't fly safe, fly dangerous. If you can't fly safe or fly dangerous, don't go flying anywhere near Aisling Duval. There's a bad deal in there somewhere. So let's see here. After the credits get done rolling, let's see who we're going to go talk to. Who all is on? Monster Underworld. You know what? Looks like Malik VR is still running, so let's go send a raid over his way. And don't forget to send some little spaceship cows his way. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow, and have a good one.